It's your uncle's dick.
Nice.
You know?
Well, I'm glad that you found the one thing in life. The one thing in life that really just keeps you pushing on.
Keeps me pushing on.
The government shut down, so Frick has to find a new hobby.
Partial shutdown. I still have a job.
Are you still getting paid?
I'm still working.
But are you getting paid?
I'm still getting paid.
Okay.
Trump's paying him in
There's
Big
only
Macs.
one department in the government that matters. That's the Department of Defense. Keep this great nation safe.
I'll be right back.
Repus, you're very quiet.
Do what?
I am?
You're very quiet, son.
It does sound like you're talking through a pillow.
It sounds like you're talking through a pillow.
So I'm curious, would the government shutdown count as a big R or a little R?
Big R.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Oh man, you guys are just a bunch of pumpkin spice lattes.
Did you have a pumpkin spice latte?
A Wawa Weewa? Yeah, I've had like 6 Wawa Weewas today.
Okay.
I feel like calling someone a pumpkin spice latte just ruins it by how long you have to say pumpkin spice latte.
I think that you should mind your own damn pumpkin spice latte.
I mean, I think it works. You can, like, give people pet names for every part of it. Hey, Pumpkin. See, that works. Hey, what up, Spice? Alright, that one works less. And I guess some people could call each other lattes.
Okay, can you hear me well now?
Yeah.
Much better.
Fantastic. Give me a second to see if it fixed completely.
That beautiful, angelic voice of the Repus.
Of the Portuguese.
I like that.
No, that's way worse. Whatever you just
It's
did,
way
stop
worse.
that.
Whatever you did before was fine.
It's still doing something weird with my headphones. Despite
He put his head in the toilet and thought it would be funny.
No, not really. But
Oh, was that close?
maybe that's a good attempt to try it.
Yeah,
Rapist is over here going.
Grievous.
I mean, I can accurately do it. Give me 1 second.
I literally put my face in my coffee and then talked. I don't know what. Unless you mean you're actually gonna go put your head in the toilet.
Hey, do it. All right,
You won't.
y'all need to get up in this tabletop simulator.
I still have 6 minutes, sir.
That's true.
Sorry.
That's true.
But by the way, didn't the government shut down? Wasn't it only 3 days supposedly?
No,
Well,
bro. We're on the 27th day of the partial shutdown.
Is this the longest shutdown ever?
Jesus.
Probably.
One of. But this is not a full shutdown, mind you. Right, so the
but
shutdown that happened 2-3 years ago was a full shutdown for a week. Which, again, it's very, very different.
Wait,
What is it practically different
isn't-
from your normal full shutdown?
Different departments are still operating. So essentially less people are unemployed and less people are working without being paid.
but still,
It's still bad.
I mean, it depends, right? Like, you can shut down X branches for 7 days, but shutting some
No.
branches, God, like that fucking
But it's all-
FDA
it's
is
all-
ridiculous.
It's all a ploy to just save some money and then embezzle money. So whatever.
I mean, there's still.
Yeah, were you saying something, bud? No. Are you driving?
I just got home. I was putting some groceries away.
Okay.
I'm launching.
Do you have the
tabletop
server
tomorrow.
up?
Server's up, bud.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. My brother came in my room and ripped ass and left.
Oh, that sounds like a Tanner thing to do.
That sounds like a little brother problem.
So wait, he came in your room, and then he
Stop.
ripped ass.
Nah,
You stop that.
that's gross.
I don't know about that one.
I guess.
Sounds like you're reaching for something there.
Okay, why did my Discord overlay suddenly get bigger?
By the way, does anyone want to curse die?
Who?
Curse die.
this metal dice just rolled 3 3s and 2 2s straight. So it's clearly cursed. Does anyone want it?
I
Here,
got
I'll
you.
reset it. I'll reset it.
Nope.
Be gone, thought.
I was rolling.
Beyond thought.
Mid-roll, you just grab in the dice.
Alright,
There,
well,
fixed it, see?
Good, nice.
Let's see, I got a 12. Got another
Six.
12.
Oh, cursing it
I-
this time.
I got another
It's still
12.
12. It's still cursed.
No, it's cocked.
That's a good dice right there.
Let me see if it's a me thing or not. Yes.
Yes.
It's a you thing.
Ooh,
Well,
you're
the-
cursed, bud.
The dice gods are making up for
Another 3. You're not
But-
you're shaking it around before you chuck
I
it.
am very cursed.
the dice gods are looking smiling upon me because of last session when me and Sarah couldn't roll shit for 7 turns. Trying to shoot one guy in the ass.
No, it's that dice. I just got an 18 with another one. That dice hates me.
Am I gonna have to use this metal dice just to prove you wrong? Look, 15.
No, you can take it. It likes you and it doesn't like me, so you can take it.
I don't like you, and you don't
hey,
like
Frank.
me. Yeah, what's up?
Does the new bow I got do the same amount of damage?
It is a short bow.
Okay.
D6.
1d6.
There we go.
Okay.
I got a new,
It
I got a
has
new
it
guy.
has the it has what it can do what we talked about.
Yeah.
I got a new dice, guys.
What did you do?
Hover over it.
Dumpster baby D20.
It's my dumpster baby. You can take it.
Hey, Captain, you getting in this tabletop thingy?
I'm putting away the milk.
Oh, also, let me bring this bad boy in here. There's gonna be some music this game, so configure your Fred boat to your own leisure. Fred boat,
It's
It
on
lands
3%.
on 5%, so it's as I like it.
Fred boat, do 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 Fred boat.
Man, I really wish I got some fingerless gloves for Christmas.
Fingerless gloves. Yeah,
Yeah, so I can still use my keyboard.
I too live on the edge. I too am the
mean-
lord of the edge.
I wasn't gonna get any like.
You know what, Frank? I feel like you're a jaded old man. You've been in the world for too long. It's
Look,
time for
I,
you to
kn-
get
I
out.
know this. I know there's quite the stigma against fingerless gloves, but they're optimal for
Well,
using.
they're
your
optimal
fucking
for
keyboard.
painting
there-
your fingernails black.
Is there a stigma?
I had some in
against
middle
DMs?
school.
Fucking-
Found some, yeah. You found some regular gloves and you cut the fingertips off. You're like, hey, look, fingerless gloves. That's what you did. That's what you did.
You know
No,
what? It's
well,
not always easy here in Florida, Frank.
Huh?
You don't understand.
yeah.
It's hot. It's
Sometimes,
hot.
sometimes it gets a low of 83.
Yeah, come on. We can't wear normal gloves. It'll
Yeah, why
overheat
would
our
you then
fingers.
So why would you wear gloves?
Fingerless or not.
Because it's stylish. I've never
my
worn
God.
gloves,
It's
but
couture.
I assume it
You've
is.
never worn gloves? Is that what you just said to me?
I've worn gloves 4 times in my entire life, so no, I haven't never worn gloves.
Wow,
But
that's weird.
listen, we don't get cold over here.
You're strange.
It was 47 degrees yesterday.
Is it because your mom won't buy you gloves?
Wow.
It's hilarious hearing you guys talk about it in Fahrenheit, because to me it's like, hey, we got 83 degrees, so my brain goes, oh, you melted. You died.
I love that everyone in America just assumes that fucking, we just talk in Fahrenheit openly.
It's not our fault that our fucking ancestors are stupid and be like, we are going to use our own system.
It's not my fault that Repus doesn't live in a real country.
What accent was that?
I don't know. I could have just used an American, but I wanted to mix it up.
You could have done English.
You could have done anything but that. Or like,
I mixed like 4 different accents together. It was
It was
great.
like Russian and German. I don't even know what was going on.
It was a mess, is what it was.
American.
Again, I think the answer here is Repus just needs to move.
Yeah, get over here.
I think America needs to pull their stick out of their ass. And
America's
That's the
best
thing,
country.
you
Watch
wish
your
I
goddamn
knew
mouth.
national system.
You
Yeah,
goddamn
we'll talk.
communist.
Do you want to see a drone fly into your bedroom? Because that's how it happened.
Mhm.
Fred can make
Yep,
it happen.
I will make it happen. Watch yourself. Watch
Joke's
yourself,
on
or else
you.
I'm gonna
I'm
watch
gonna
you for
Oh
you.
my
I
god.
used to talk shit about him during HOTS, and then I heard something outside my window.
It was a little bit of a rat-tat-tat. And
Yep.
then it was me knocking at that glass, tack, 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 with my drone. Tack, 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 tack.
Yes, Frank. Thank you
Fucking
for that.
Mr. Mission Impossible
I
over
appreciate
here.
the onomatopoeia.
Hey, Soup.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a guinea pig popcorn?
Pop, lock it, drop it. Yeah, I have.
No,
Dumb question. Ask
popcorn.
another.
Fucking
A guinea
twerking.
pig made is this popcorn made from guinea pigs, or is this
No,
a type of
it's a
guinea
thing that
pig?
they do.
But you see, the guinea pig first puts on a
Pop-
G-string.
like
And
poop?
then-
No,
What is
Hey,
that?
oh.
Send it to
Google
me.
it. Look up guinea pig popcorning.
Who's cracking bottles?
Me,
What are you drinking?
Coke.
Okay, good.
I don't get drunk in D&D, especially not at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Oh,
Somebody
that
do.
popcorn is so cute.
Yeah, get fucked. I know what I'm being talked about. Also, Fredboat is not currently transmitting music, or
No, he's
Good.
not yet. He's not
Okay.
yet. He will soon.
Dang.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, he'll spontaneously blow out your eardrums.
He'll spontaneously combust. Don't you worry, buddy.
spontaneously blow.
Yeah.
We need to just kill all the characters off except for Abot, Flint, Kira, Gil, Bombera.
Don't worry, Gil's gonna kill himself. Gil has put himself into so many situations where he should be dead. It's gonna happen eventually. And Frank's gonna be like, thanks. Frank's gonna be like, thanks, Blubba, for ruining all of my my story.
I mean,
I'd be
I'd
like,
be
no
okay with you
problem,
dying. Like,
boss.
that wouldn't ruin my story. If you want to die, bro.
It would only enhance it.
That's not how I play
I mean-
D&D, bud. My story is all about you and the choices you make.
Previously on Frank's D&D session.
Everybody's dead. Game over.
So,
I just
what
can't
happened
believe I
last
haven't
session?
died yet.
By the way, while Flint's still alive and Gil doesn't blow himself up with a fireball, you're gonna live.
I have a quick question. So technically speaking, 75% of our last session took place over what? 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
Time is relative.
It's been 3 days for us, but it's been 700 years for them.
Hey. Okay.
him.
Are we all aboard? We're all aboard.
Oh yeah.
Choo.
Okay,
buddy.
so couple notes. Today starts. I'm gonna be recording sessions. I want them from me. Won't be streaming them. If you want them, I'm gonna be setting up a Google Doc thingy, Google Drive, where I'm gonna put them all.
Google Drive.
Google Drive.
Google boy.
So that's number one. Number two. Who can give me a recap?
Okay,
We
this
killed
one should be a
some-
lot easier. We were still planning a little bit. We decided to go on top of a hill before they came around. We got on a hill and all hid. We had a plan to scatter them through the use of illusions in two different groups and then extract the groups. However, the plan went a little bit to hell when Gil decided he wanted to be a lot closer to them, so we had to use illusion to cover him up. We did. We still managed to somehow split them, and after one of the groups wandered too close to Gil, he literally put them all on fire and killed like 3 of them with one go.
4.
We proceeded to fight a lot. Like, I don't have all the actual details of the fight itself, but I think that Bombera went down once, and that is the biggest of our losses in terms of HP and stuff. And we managed to drop them, most of them. There was a couple of archers who tried to run, and we managed to get one of the clerics and one of the guards to stand down, along with another one of the archers. The archers ran. Kira and Gil managed to catch up to one and kill the other because they weren't able to get the fucker. He kept running away, and eventually
Did our best.
Eventually, they killed him, and they came back. We had a little bit of a talk. We know that Flint really wanted to know which god the cleric was praying to, and they interrogated him for a while. He didn't really talk, and one of the elves actually gave up the name and said it was one of the gods of smithing. Let me just get up the name.
Kothar Wakis.
Something along those
Wakais?
lines. I can't find it. Where did I write that? Anyway, it was Kothar or something along those lines, and but they don't want to speak much of it. Well, once we tried to pry details, one of the elves turned to the other and was like, "Dude, you're committing treason," and the fucker didn't talk anymore. And that's where we ended.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
And before I left
Okay.
yesterday, I said that
Okay.
I was grouping everyone up into like a circle.
Okay.
Kothar Wakasis found it.
Kothar Wakanda.
Kothar Wakanda. Okay. So,
That's the one.
Good luck.
So, that said, you guys have rounded up the group, learned of a god of blacksmithing, Kothar Wakasis, and you have learned of a vow of language of sorts where the cleric seems to only speak their draconic tongue. That said, what are you guys doing now? Also, Fredboat's going to be kicking in. Don't mind him.
Was it clarified that they will only speak in Draconic to us? I know they said that they will only like speak like the one language. I guess. Do we know it's Draconic?
I mean, it's like a hissing, growling noise. They're dragonborn. You could assume it's draconic. You're not really sure it sounds draconic.
Okay. fair
Do
enough.
would so I don't remember. Would Dragonborn be like popular in the where Gil's from?
There were a
The market?
few, but they generally did not speak this language that you are.
Okay,
have
so
been
I
hearing.
wouldn't.
No, you don't know this language.
3% is too loud. Sorry, boat.
Actually, does anyone know? Is there like a way that you can? Because like I feel like 4% is a little too much.
I have it on 1%.
Yeah, but can I like enter that manually,
Nope.
like the value?
You gotta finagle.
Yeah, finagle it, buddy.
We're chilling.
So,
All right.
that said, you've rounded up the group. Started to interrogate the one. Flint, what are you doing, Flint?
I can see that these guys aren't talking too much. So I turn to Carrick and Abot, and I pick up Gil and Kira as well. I'm not sure who can speak Dwarvish or not, but I turn to Abot and I say in Dwarvish, whatever I say in Dwarvish, speak in common to the minds of Kira and Gil, because I have a plan to make them talk. And then I keep on talking to the Dwarvish. I'm also looking at the group that's circling around to see if any of them seem to understand what I'm saying. But I continue. We can split them up, and they clearly won't talk while they're together. You saw that elf that wanted to talk, but the other one went immediately, "Hey, this is treason." If we pick them up and separate them, and make, we don't even actually need to hurt them, but we could make like noises of pain and cries, and scare the other one into talking.
Abot just, as he's talking, he's telling the other two with his awakened mind.
So,
Was a shot.
I guess
seems
that's
good. Is there anything we want? I am very curious about their god and what is forcing them to do, or what they're willing to go for. But that's merely curiosity. Do we actually want to know anything specific? You can speak to Bombear. I know you're listening.
I want the priest to heal me if possible.
yeah. Negative 14. Wait, how did I? It was there and then it went away. Oh well.
What
if you
was?
mouse over it for long enough, the description.
Oh, that's how that works. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that because it didn't used to be like that, right?
Yeah, it did.
I felt like it was just there once you put your mouse over it. Oh
No.
well.
Or you can right click it and see the description right there.
Oh, cool beans. All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Carrick would. No, never mind. Carrick will wait.
So no one else wants any information.
Just want the priest to heal me.
If possible, I would enjoy being able to look through their eyes as well.
I'm sure. Are we sending them in?
No, but if they are to leave in any fashion, it would be useful to have eyes elsewhere.
Good. Also, I timed out and got thrown out of this.
Lady Kira, while we're doing all of this, it might be wise for at least one of us to keep an eye on the armory and make sure that there isn't another party being sent. Perhaps yourself and Master Yunta can take care of that.
Alright. That sounds fine.
I kind of turn to Yunta while I say that, like not just like I'm not
Ordering
like I'm asking him as well. I'm not just like inviting him without his permission.
He kind of looks over to you, and you can see him like he's breathing heavy. He's huffing and puffing. He says, "I've expended quite a great amount of my power, little one. I'm not sure what more use there will be for you."
Oh, simply acting as a sentry while we're working on these fellows, just to make sure that nothing sneaks up on us. Nothing demanding.
He nods. His trunk kind of sways back and forth. The creature that kind of hangs out on his shoulder slithers back across his chest, and then wraps itself around his arm. And the head kind of turns back and looks back toward the armory. And then Yunta nods at you and follows kind of the direction that slithering winged snake creature is leading him.
I follow as well.
Okay.
Real quick, Frank. I wanna like get a feel and like look at all these people. Who seems the most like skittish and like terrified?
None of them
do-
really seem terrified. It seems like there's a few of them that are more injured than the rest.
The most injured one.
Okay.
I want to go up to him, and I cast light on my eyes, and I want them to. I want to cast a red light in my eyes, make them look like pretty fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I grab him by the collar, and I just want to say, aside from the spire, is there anywhere else where I could find some goodies?
The elf that you grab kind of looks to you, and as you say goodies, he kind of smirks and he says, "There's no goodies here for you, little one. I don't, Why don't you just go inside and find out?" And then he spits at the ground at your feet.
Alright, I guess we're gonna give it a try, something else. You can come with me, Gil, if you want. I go to the one who just spit, and I grab him by the collar and I start dragging him.
Okay.
I turn to Abot and in Dwarvish say, you and Carrick can go to the other one, can take the other one somewhere else and start pretending that you're torturing him. So I can talk to this one.
So
Abot just.
go ahead.
Continue.
Go ahead.
Oh, Abot's just going to immediately go to Carrick and start doing what he asked.
Okay.
Go to me?
Didn't he want Carrick's help with this?
Yeah. Oh, I was confused. I thought you were trying to torture me. I was like, what?
No. He said for Avot and Carrick to go.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I ask the one, not the one that spit because he's getting dragged away, but I ask another one, and I say, so what is the... You guys already sent out a search party. What's the, what do you guys do after this?
So the elf that's sitting there on his knees, as the other one gets dragged away by Flint, the elf that sits there on his knees, he's sitting very straight, but on his knees, again, tied up like you guys tied him. He kind of, he's been looking down at his thighs, and his hands tied, and he looks up to you, and he just looks you dead in the eyes, and then he just looks back down and doesn't respond to you.
Gil, if you're curious, come with me.
I'll be there in just a second. But I walk over and I say, what is your alert status? Will there be others looking for us, or do you still expect it to come back?
He continues just to look straight down.
I put my hand on his chin and lift it up, but not in a romantic way.
Yep.
and I say, we let you live, and I plan on keeping you all alive, but you gotta work with me here, friend.
As you kind of take his chin and lift his head, now he's looking at you directly in the eyes, and he's just staring at you, doesn't respond.
Say, I don't want...
You would know the most talkative of the group, since you've gotten here, was the one that Flint's dragging away.
Yeah, I just keep saying to him, I don't want any more conflict between my group and your group. But unfortunately, we have to go in there.
You
and
still
any
holding his chin up?
information, yeah. And I say, and any information that can help us avoid dealing with your people and possibly injuring either side would be greatly appreciated. So are you going to help not only my people, but your people? Or are you going to sit here quietly and act like an idiot and possibly get some of your friends in there killed?
As you say all this, he just closes his eyes, still does not respond to you.
I cast Mage Hand, and I smack him with one hand, and then the Mage Hand smacks him on the other side.
Okay. No
Not
response.
hard, though. Just...
Yeah, doesn't flinch, doesn't respond, eyes closed, still letting you kind of hold his head up.
I just respond as I'm walking. Yeah, as I'm walking away, I just say, "You're a good soldier, but you're a shitty friend." And
doesn't respond.
I'm walking with Flint now.
Okay, so Flint, you've grabbed this archer. He's and Gil, as you kind of like walk away, Flint, how are you holding him as you drag him? Like by the back of his tunic, under his chainmail.
Yeah. At some point, I would look for like rocks and stuff because my objective here is not to cause him pain, is to drag him in a little forceful way, but not at the same time that seems cruel.
Okay. So
this will play into it later.
Okay, so you grab him and you start dragging him backwards, and Gil, as you see him being dragged away, he's got that same stupid smirk on his face. He's not laughing, he's not making any noise, he's just kind of got that look on his face. He's being dragged away by Flint. Flint, you are dragging him, you see kind of down the hill off, there's where kind of like the jungle, the line of the jungle is. There's like obviously a couple trees that you could probably prop him up against. Okay. Gil, you're kind of walking down the hill after him after you've tried to get some information about one of the other archers, and you see Flint kind of dragging this guy over to the tree line.
God, I wish I had a second level spell slot.
I will eventually prop him up against one of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if I need to hunker down to be at eye level, because I'm small. Probably not.
If he's sitting or on his knees, you'd be about at eye level.
Okay. Then I'll look at him, I'll take like a moment to look at him, and then I'll say, so first of all, I think you already know, I've already told you last time that the more cooperation you get, the less bad things happen. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but listen, do you see the golem?
Yes, I've seen your golem.
Yeah, look, that golem's not normal, okay? I'm not here, I didn't choose to be here with him, but he's a little bit pain-enjoying, and we don't have a choice but to let him give the people who are uncooperative. You're gonna listen in a moment to what he's doing to your friend who told you to shut up. It's not something I wish to happen, but I can't change it. I also know of your plight that I saw that a good amount of elves are being conscripted without their choice, especially really young ones.
He kind of looks at you, and as you say that, he drops his head a little bit, and he's looking at his uniform and just kind of looking down.
Listen, I can still stop what that golem's gonna do, but I need you to speak to me clearly here, okay? So first of all,
how do I know that if I tell you whatever you want to know, you won't just have that golem do what it does?
Because we, by the same agreement that I am here for, we have been promised that he's only going to be given. The soldiers give us the worst problems. That's why I'm trying to talk to you away, because the other guy would just tell you the season, you would shut up and you would get dragged. You wouldn't even be hurt, but your friend, he's in a bad time, and the faster you talk, the faster I can stop it from happening.
I'll offer an alternative. If I tell you what you want to know, you let me go, tell the rest you've killed me.
Where would you go?
That's of none of your concern.
It is if you go back to the armory.
And then put yourselves between me and the armory and let me loose elsewhere.
Oh.
Gil, you're standing there at this point. You're hearing this.
I got disconnected.
Did you hear? Are you still in tabletop? Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I got disconnected from tabletop. I heard the whole conversation.
Okay.
So, real quick, we know, because I can't look at the map.
Oh, wow.
We have an idea of, like, there's a heavily guarded woods around here, there's the armory, but there's not, like, other, like, real close places he could go, right?
Village.
There's a village in the woods, though. Yeah.
You're assuming there's everybody just got disconnected from tabletop.
Yeah, we all got disconnected.
I don't even see the server.
Let me save and restart. But yeah, keep going. So yes, you know that again, there is Runtus to the west. You know the armory is a little bit to your northeast. You know that you've heard there's some kind of village and there's something that the patrol goes to in the east in the forest. And then Shalinsta is about a 2.5-ish day walk south east.
What about on horseback? How fast would it be to Shalinsta?
It's reduced significantly, so just you would be aware. But so your walking speed's all about 30, and the riding horses are about 60, so it cuts your travel time at about half as long as you're following a road.
Neat.
Alright, I can't enter the thing again.
Yeah, I'm gonna reboot it. Just give me a minute.
Well, it doesn't. We don't need it up at the
Yeah, you don't
moment,
need it right
so
now.
it's fine.
Yeah, we don't need it at the moment.
But, and yeah, you said I'm there, right? Yeah, because I followed. I put my hand on Flint's shoulder, and I just say, honestly, I think it's okay if we let him go, but we need to strip him of his colors in any way that they would know that he was part of the army.
Seems good to me. So, you're gonna
If it's going to give us information.
Seems good to me. I will agree to let you go.
Very well. What do you want to know?
So, Gil, I believe you had questions. I'll answer mine after.
I ask him, I say, we're going to let you go. However, I got a couple questions I'd like you to answer. And please, be truthful, because while you're getting out of here free, unfortunately, the people in that armory might not be so lucky. But if you answer truthfully, I will do everything in my power to make sure that they are unharmed. Because neither of our groups would like bloodshed anymore. You've already taken some losses, but I would like to limit them. So tell me, in the instance that a patrol goes missing and another group goes out to get him, if that group goes missing, what happens?
He looks at you and he looks back and he says, "This group will be supplemented. Message has been sent out to Melro, Alembra, and they will be supplementing the armory within the next 2 days."
Is there anything inside that would alert people of our presence?
The commander communicates with the other cities in Shalinsta through, and the other forts for that matter, through animal messengers that he sends from his corridor. He has a window which he sends them through.
Is there any easy way for us to escape if alert was to happen? Keep in mind, we would like to do everything in our power to avoid conflict with your people. We don't mean to harm your people, but unfortunately that is what has become of this situation.
You attack an armory and then you apologize for...
Unfortunately, it was meant to be a stealth
Your motives
operation.
are not my problem, as long as you'll let me go.
You will be let go as long as you keep answering my questions. I promise you that.
Hi. There are 2 entrances to the armory. There's the one I think you know of.
The one you guys came out of.
There is another which leads to the storeroom. One of the priests, they take shifts, they hold an illusion to keep the door sealed. Or at least, it appears sealed.
Since your group came out, is everyone in there gonna be awake, or are they still sleeping?
Oh, that's hard to say. They know a group has left. They're probably awake. I would hope they're awake. I hope they didn't just leave us and go to sleep. But
Fair enough.
with List the way he is, who knows? He views us as disposable.
The name he just mentioned, is that...
It's the commander.
That's the
Commander
commander,
List.
okay.
Yeah. Does he treat you badly?
Like any other commander. When you've served as long as I have, you've seen quite a few. We're a means to an end for him. That's why if you can get me out of this, let me go, I'll start my new life.
I got disconnected.
I haven't even tried to reconnect. I just say to him, what do you currently have on your persons?
He kind of just looks at what he has on, and he says, "I'm in uniform, what do you think I carry?"
At this point, I start unbuckling. I'm assuming he has like some kind of tabard or something to represent the armory.
So when you're looking at him, he has obviously he had a short bow that he was using in combat. On his back is a quiver, and at his side is the sheath for a short sword. He's wearing a red cape that drapes down. The cape itself is on the back has the symbol of a trident. The symbol itself is yellow. The cape comes over his shoulders, and the tassels that hold it to his tunic are both the shapes of tridents. They're metal. The tunic is again a black tunic. It is over a suit of chainmail. his helmet is long gone. It's somewhere in the field where you guys fought him. He's wearing leather gloves, and he has soldier military grade boots.
All right.
How many are there left on the armory?
I couldn't hear you, Repus. What was that?
How many are there left on the armory?
Well, there should be about 30 to 40 men left. I don't keep rank.
Good. Okay. That's fine.
But that includes chefs, that includes archers, priests, commander himself, and then the guards that remain.
Alright. If you have more questions, Gil, you can keep going. I'll ask the ones about the guard at the end.
Yeah, I just asked, do you guys keep anyone in that storeroom that you spoke of?
There's a guard that stays watch, manages the equipment, takes inventory. Most of the guards don't stay armed within the armory walls, unless, well, as you saw here, reason has it. But, no, there's no one inside the storeroom.
Alright, I strip him of all of...
Anyways. He kind of rolls his eyes and rethinks what he said.
I strip him of anything that would link him to the military. Aside from his military grade boots, but I let him have his armor as long as it's not going to point. Someone's not going to be able to look at him and be like, "Hey, he's because everyone's got like breastplates and shit like that."
Mm-hmm. So you're basically leaving him in a chainmail shirt with an undershirt underneath it, and
his pants, his boots, his gloves, all that stuff.
His pants and his boots and his gloves.
Yeah, I give him his short sword back.
Okay.
And I give him 3 gold.
Okay. He kind of takes everything from you, and when you hand him the 3 gold, he looks at you and he just kind of nods.
I say, I'm sorry about how all of this went down, and we've put you in just an equally awkward position. Let this be known that not all littles deserve to be in chains. We've put up a fight here.
I never thought they did, friend. Never thought they did.
Then why would you fight for a military you don't believe in?
You think we have a choice?
Scripted? Like the little one we saw?
You don't know much, do you? There's a draft. They are taking anyone able-bodied and having them guard armories, forts like this, or sending them north to fight the Guancrossians.
The who?
The Guancrossians. The lizards. Oh. You don't know where you are there, friends, do you?
I gesture between and said, "We missed history class. Just please elaborate."
I don't know the origins of Shalinsta Expanse. I think you know this. The Guancrossians are the last Trestian force putting up a fight. They hold the northwestern tip.
In your opinion, would you say that not everyone in your country believes in the laws of your people?
I would say most
meaning
don't.
Slavery.
I would say most don't. Again,
I just give Flint a little look.
He looks at both of you and says, "It's a means to an end. I can do the work myself, or I can have others help me. These laws are new, friend."
Who put them in place? Do you know?
The Prime Admiral.
Yeah. But I see a small question. And why is no one saying anything? Why is everyone
still going to
Colosseums?
Yes, there's those who profit off such law. Not those who... What do you expect? Do you expect riots in the street? There were. I promise you. It's been 50 years.
No, so this is relatively new. This isn't like...
Yeah, no, we knew that the slavery was put in process 50 years ago.
I guess it's just been a lot of sessions since I found that out.
All good. How were those riots treated?
Well, those that believed fought those who didn't. How does any riot go? One side is snuffed out, the other remains.
Alright.
There's still those who fight for what they believe. They don't last long, not in the Empire. At this point, he's like starting to stand up. He's got none of his stuff. He says, I appreciate what you do here. I appreciate you getting me out of the mess I've been in for longer than I'd like to recount. I'm ashamed of what I've fought for. I'm ashamed of what I've had to do, but I'd rather that than die.
Okay. I say one last thing to him before I get up and actually walk away. I just say, well, if you could, forget that tonight ever happened. But if you are to remember one thing, please remember the kindness that we showed you here in giving you another chance. And that in the future that you will do good upon the other littles, if given the opportunity. And then I walk away. I don't even wait for his response.
Okay.
I still hold, and I say, just, alright, one last thing then. But this is for me, my own curiosity.
He raises when you say that, he raises his eyebrows a little.
First, what's your name?
I don't think that's a good idea, friend.
I'm not gonna go after you. I don't have the means even.
I'd rather us stay the way we are.
So be it. Then you can show me your poem.
He kind of takes both his hands, lays them out in front of you, flips them back and forth. He knows exactly what you're looking for.
That's
as he's doing that, off a ways away, you guys hear this blood curdling scream, and Carrick, what words are being said in that scream, or is it just a scream?
It's just a scream.
Okay. Male voice?
Yeah.
Ow, fuck!
Shit.
No, you hear this blood curdling scream off in the distance. The elf kind of looks back at you, and he says,
Okay, one last thing, and I'm gonna go take care of that.
He clears his throat.
Who's Kothar, and why is he helping the Dragonborn, and what are these oaths? Just the broad details, I don't need everything.
Kothar is the commander's god. He was placed at this armory for a reason. He's the Prime Admiral's chief armorer. We're here to find new metals, find new ways to create weaponry.
Alright.
I don't know much else than that.
Oh, good. You may go.
He was about to say something, and as you said that, he kind of raised his eyebrows back at you. He says, "Very well." And
have a good life. Don't go back to the Empire. I'm gonna go take care of this.
he turns around and he walks back. Starts walking off away from the armory. Puts his gloves back on, and he disappears. Kira, make a perception check.
Okie dokie. What is my perception? I think it's +3. No, +2.
And give
Better than
yourself
my
advantage because you have
Oh,
Yunta
boy.
looking with you as well with his Loris lens.
12.
Because I suck.
Okay.
Isn't he blind?
Yeah.
He is.
So wait, is his
the
flying
cre-
lizard
his-
using the glasses?
No, his flying lizard's looking. It was a joke. All right. Anyways, actually, last thing I need you to tell me, where were you looking? Were you just staring straight out at the armory? What were you doing?
No, like a scan.
A scan
Of the armory
towards
and-
the armory? Okay.
Yeah, and like the surrounding area to see if there's any like patrols or animals or
Okay.
anything.
So you see small amounts of movement, like in the canopies of the trees, to the south of the armory, but that's about it.
Okay. Can I use my Slayer's thingy to see if I can like sense an animal?
Well, your Slayer's
confused
thing
on
would
the
let you
range.
sense a monstrosity.
Yeah, but my other thing, it says if I haven't attacked a beast in the last 10 minutes, I can communicate with it. But it doesn't say, like, if I have to, like, be in eye shot. It doesn't have a range on it.
Yeah, but it's a specific type of creature, right?
Oh, but this is the thing I used to talk to the horses with.
Yeah,
The
so you're
primeval
okay. So you're trying to communicate with something and see if it's an animal. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, I want to see if I can sense, like, oh, it's a squirrel.
Okay. So what this lets you do, right? This ability lets you speak to a creature. It's not like it speaks to you. It's more like you feel what it feels, I guess. It's not like a verbal back and forth. It's not like it says, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, it
that's-
says I can
that's-
read mood, intent, emotions,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So if it's a squirrel, I'm assuming it'd be, like, looking for nuts or something. I don't know.
I mean, so you get a feeling of just kind of instinct and curiosity and hunger, and that's really it. But it's from that general direction. You can't pinpoint if it is the thing in the canopy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like here's an animal radar.
Darn.
Beep. Beep.
So
Oh my god,
I
the
point
server's
out
back
the
up.
movement. It's been up, but
yeah, again, you have a sense that there is animals in that general area of just being curious and being hungry, but you're not sure if it is correlated with the swaying of the canopies, and you could very clearly see, one canopy slightly shakes, and then the next slightly shakes, and then the next slightly shakes, kind of moving in a line along the kind of the treetops.
I pointed out to Yunta, and I say, "Can you send your snake over there to see what that is?"
He looks at you and he nods very well, and it unravels from his wrist and skitters off and flies off of his hand, takes off into the night.
And then it gets eaten.
Abot, Carrick, what are you guys doing?
I would like to take a quick jaunt over towards Bombera.
Okay.
And, Master Bombera, you took a little beating, are you feeling better?
He's sitting on the ground, and there are the arrows that were in his body, kind of laying out in front of him. Earlier you saw Yuta actually pulling the arrows out and then doing something, maybe like trying to heal him. And he's looking at them all, and he looks at you, and he says, "Yes, it seems I got a little carried away. Thank you for what you did."
Oh, you're quite welcome. A favor for a favor. I kind of lean down and I don't like whisper in his ear, but I kind of talk quietly to him. I say, I appreciate your position, and I understand that you were not speaking a threat to me when you mentioned a certain someone. However, as a favor, I would appreciate if you do not raise even the suggestion in mixed company again.
He kind of looks at you, and it looks up from, because when he said that to you before, he was kind of looking at those arrows. He looks at you and he says, "I did not realize it was such a private matter to you."
I believe that Cyriel's intelligence could use a upgrade then.
Hey,
I mean, it's just
we We watch, we listen. We don't pretend to know all. We never have.
I do not speak ill. It was an attempt at lighthearted jab / levity.
I've had enough jabs for one day, don't you think?
I clock him in the face. I'm kidding.
He kind of like smiles and laughs, and like very loosely. He seems very solemn here, and it just
without dropping a spell. Is there anything I can do for him?
No, he seems stable. He seems injured but stable. So, unless you're gonna cast a healing spell, or you had some means to heal him, there's nothing really you can really do.
No. I have a little power left in me. Should you require it before we're done here, I'll spare it. But if I have some left by the time we leave, I'll impart some.
He kind of looks at the armory, and looks back at you, and he says, "If this is what they sent out to deal with a monster, I can only imagine what they have waiting for us inside."
I still have a few tricks left up my sleeve, and I wink at him, but as I wink, I cast Thaumaturgy, and like there's like a little, like he can see in my eye that's open, like a little sort of, you know how like sometimes in anime like people wink and there'll be like a star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That doesn't appear, but it's actually like a kind of fiery red like star. So it's like it's not anime-y at all. It's just kind of like fucking metal.
Okay.
So yeah.
The metal wing.
Something coming out of a wink. How metal can it go?
You just hear
I
guitar solos.
I cast Thaumaturgy for guitar solos.
Okay. So there's some sweet shreds in the background. Wah! No. So he kind of he looks at you as you do that, and he says, "Cyril chose each of you for a reason. He wouldn't send us here if he didn't think we can do it. But I still am not looking forward to it."
Hopefully this will be a distant memory sooner rather than later.
I agree, friend.
I nod, and then I walk over towards the priest.
Okay.
Abot's following.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He's like swiveling his head.
Kira, as you had sent his animal snake thing out, it comes flying in real hot, and it like wraps around his torso and then rolls back up onto his shoulder. Yunta looks back at you and says, "There's nothing to fear in the woods. However, I cannot aid you. I've spent everything I have to offer saving the little one."
Well, thanks anyway.
I apologize.
No worries. I'll just heal myself later.
Very well.
I just go back to looking out.
Okay.
When they're approaching, Abot's like watching what Carrick's gonna say, but he's about to try to say something to the group once he's done.
Okay. So Carrick, what's going on
So
there?
I kind of, are these people presumably all on the ground, like either
Yeah, so
sitting or
So you guys tied them all up.
right?
So
They're not tied to anything.
No,
just
they're
like,
just tied. Like they're kind of like tied, arms at their sides, and then legs around each other, and they're kind of just sitting there, like arms together, legs together, on their asses. Some of them have like just kind of fallen over and laid down. The priests have all kind of worked their ways up onto their knees. Some of the elves have as well.
Okay, so Carrick walks over to the priest, and does the priest like start to look at him as he comes over, or not so
Nope,
much?
still looking down, eyes closed.
Okay, he walks over to him and he goes, "Hello," in common.
No response. But what you do notice is the elf next to him kind of looks up at you and then looks back down.
He repeats it in Celestial. Do I get any response?
Nope.
Fuck!
The elf next to him is just kind of looking at you like, What the fuck?
Yeah, yes, I do speak Draconic myself.
Looks at you again. Looks at the priest. Just shakes his head like no, and then puts his head back down like he's not fucking with this situation. He's curious, but he's not fucking with this situation.
Does anyone? I just kind of turn and I talk towards the group. Does anyone speak Draconic here? Craftsman to craftsman. I just kind of have a favor to ask.
The guard on the side. It's the only one that you saw holding a shield earlier is a dragonborn, right?
Yeah.
He looks to you, and then in Draconic.
Okay, so clearly you understand me because you responded. So my holy symbol is presumably inscribed on my shield, which is how I can cast while holding the shield.
Yep.
So I kind of say to him, you recognize my symbol, yes? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. My pursuit is honing and excelling in my craft.
I care not for your tasks, dwarf.
I don't care if you care. You're currently bound and I have a hammer. I'm simply interested in learning more of how you craft and some of your techniques, and I would be very appreciative if you could point me in the right direction or provide me with some informational material.
He kind of like lets this like almost like a scoff, but like out of his nose, out of his snout.
Garrick, I do not believe that they are in the sharing mood.
I mean, I agree.
Talk with them.
Oh, by all means, Master Abot.
Hello, I am Abot.
That eventually is going to be the scariest words we can hear.
Previous scouting party that we encountered was slaughtered. We managed to make a bargain with one of the members, and that is why he sold you out. I am certain that we will storm the fort and kill all of them, unless we can work together. Now, I must ask for information, or at the very least, a bargain.
What do you want? Call him.
I would like to know if you have any friends within the fort.
Friends.
Yes, I could keep one alive. I am very curious of draconic social structure. I do not know if you care for your friends.
Just kind of looks at you like, what is happening? Looks at, like, looking around at the elves, looking at Carrick, like, is anybody gonna acknowledge this fucking ridiculousness?
Y'all see this shit?
Looks back at you, Abot.
I won't talk to a column.
That is unfortunate, but I can still use this. I am a very curious individual. Know if dragonborns regenerate their tails.
His eyes widen a little bit.
No, they
Additionally,
don't.
This is what the previous one told me. I was curious to test it out in person, though.
Are you threatening to cut off my tail?
No, I would not threaten such a thing. A threat implies that there is not a certainty that I will do it if you do not obey.
Fucking love Avon.
Do what you must.
He kind of just swings his tail around and lays it out in front of him.
Is this which one? Is this the guard?
This is the guard, yeah.
Do what you must.
You surrendered quite easily. I will not hurt you. I am more interested in the archers that ran and did not surrender immediately. Garrick, could you assist me?
The elves won't help you.
Oh wait, are all the archers elves?
Yep.
This is most disappointing. I know a great deal about elves. I am primarily curious about your attachments to one another. Are you going to act in self-interest or for the group?
The elves are here to do their part in this plan.
Your mic's cutting out.
You're cutting out, Frank. Yeah.
The elves are here to do their part in this plan.
Back.
The elves are here to do their part in this plan. They don't know any of the Smith ways.
This is most disappointing. Well then, I will have a bargain with those who do want to live. The ones that do not may not participate in this bargain. Hold out your hand and accept this.
And Abot's just going to look around to see if anyone holds out their hand.
No one does.
They're all down.
Alright.
And,
Okay.
Kira, you begin to see movement down by that far corner of the armory where they seem to be continuously coming out. Doesn't seem like a lot of movement, but there definitely is movement in that general area.
Shit, I pointed out to Yunta. Do you see that?
I do, little one.
I'm not little.
I mean, comparably, you probably are.
Yeah, he's like 8 feet tall.
Irrelevant.
Abot reaches out a hand and fires off an Eldritch Blast at this archer right here.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Make an attack roll.
Jesus. I tell
Can he
Yunta to
actually,
stay there.
like, resist this if I... Oh, I guess I can just completely miss.
You can whiff.
That's a...
He's also restrained as well, so if you miss, that would be
19.
Yeah. So you just reach out and just blast him straight in the chest. Roll damage.
So wait, why are you doing this?
I feel like Abot is the most morally ambiguous of the group.
Well, he does it morally ambiguous if you can't feel anything.
How
I
much?
mean,
6 damage.
God.
So you just blast him straight in the chest, and he's on his knees, and he just flops backwards, just starts coughing for air, like.
This is very interesting. Do you want to know a fun fact? 70% of all deaths in war, in battles, are from those that are retreating.
He fires again.
wait, before that happens, did I find anything and in the priest's pockets?
So you went to see if the priest had pockets. He does not have pockets.
Alright, that's fine. As I see Abot going to do that again, I kind of like try and like, because presumably Abot, you do something that indicates that you are about to cast a spell, like it has somatic components or something, right?
It's a cantrip.
Yes.
But it has somatic components to it.
I think I just hold out my hand and then say like a very short phrase.
Dragon Ball Z style.
So I would kind of like try and like you know, if someone's raising their hand, I would try and kind of put my hand on his forearm and kind of bring it back down and just like.
Abot swings his head over to Carrick.
Yep.
And then just mentally speaks to him.
I am confused. What do you want to do with them? We cannot let them go.
I can't respond to you mentally, correct?
You cannot.
So I respond in Dwarvish. I agree, however, killing them would be killing them in cold blood.
I do not know that for certain. Dragonborn, as I may know it, may have warm blood. As an aside, this is an elf.
Killing them without any threat of imminent danger on... any threat of imminent harm on your part is immoral, generally speaking. They cannot...
Will defer to you. I do not understand why it is okay to kill them in combat rather than now.
We can discuss this further later, Master Abot.
He seems like relatively understanding of this, letting Carrick take over.
Kira, you ask Yunta for the lens, and you take it and you put it up to your eye. Again, it's like a green stone, but very thin and almost transparent. You hold it to your eye, and you basically, all of the darkness and the dim light from the moon, all of the darkness out beyond becomes that same dim light. And you can very clearly see that there are 6 individuals that have just left the armory, and they're coming in your direction. They're walking slowly. You see 4 of the individuals are dressed as the priests that you fought earlier. 2 of them are very large dragonborn, each holding a small shield, a small circular shield, and a spear. And they are very large compared to the guards that you fought earlier.
Shit. Okay.
How far away are they?
They are about 200 yards or so. So it would probably take, if they were continue to walk at their space, it'd probably take them 15 to 20 minutes to get to the base of the hill where you guys are.
So 15 to 20 minutes is roughly a quarter mile. Is that correct?
Something like that. Yeah, I think so.
Oh wait, no.
200 yards. Is that your
15
question?
No, 15. So generally people walk like 2 miles an hour. So that's like 2/3 of a mile ish. Okay.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm just trying to math a little bit. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so they're like 600, 700 feet away. If you want me to go that way.
Wait, they should be like thousands of feet away. Because if you walked like 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, well, okay, wait. That means
you're way
fast
overthinking this, dude. You're way overthinking this.
I'm thinking it because of the fact that I'm considering casting the silence spell. And so I'm trying to figure out how far away they could relatively hear them if they start screaming, because it's only 10 minutes long for concentration. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, sort of...
They will be to you
mechanically
in 15 to 20 minutes, give or take. You don't know this, though. You're not seeing them.
Right, I just want to get it out of the way ahead of time.
Yeah. Yep.
Would Flint and Gil have arrived by this point?
Yeah, you guys are back up the hill. The other one has run off. You've walked back up. Yes.
Which of these archers is gone, by the way?
Oh, right.
Like,
it would be this one.
Alright. I come back, and I look to Carrick and to Avot, and I say in Dwarvish, and I give him all the information that the other guy gave us. I also tell them that we let him go.
Side note, Frank, does the priest have any weapons on him?
He had a mace at his hip, but you guys took all their weapons away.
Oh, okay.
Put them in a pile.
Cool.
So what's our next plan?
Well, Kira has probably something.
Okay. So yeah, Kira, you make your way back to the group. What are you doing?
I tell them about the priests and the giant dragonborn heading our way.
Okay.
As soon as I hear this, I'm right next to Flint, right?
Yeah.
I just whisper in his ear, we might have to make this ugly. Meaning, we might have to kill these people here.
think we should consider taking the prisoners further into the jungle, because we told them that this was our location, the top of this hill. So they're going to be heading directly here.
I immediately start casting silence as a ritual
Ooh.
at the spot that I am.
Okay.
So it's like in the middle of this group of people.
I believe that using these people would actually... If we can use them as bait, we can get a drop on the people who are coming here. Thanks to the information that we got from the elves, we could disable these, which would make so that the new group can come for a while, and then we could sneak into the storehouse.
I am hesitant of using the ones that surrendered as bait. They may be killed.
They won't be in the fight.
I'm Sorry.
I'm not planning on killing any of them. I'm simply we use them to be able to be seen.
Nope,
Sorry,
missed you.
can you hear me?
Okay.
Yep.
Give me
Yeah,
one.
he disconnected.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
If
shit, what the fuck?
we can just put these people in a good position to be seen, and after they see them and go to aid them,
Can you guys
we
hear
jump
me?
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, Soup.
By the way, I'm currently in the process of deafening the area. It will take me another few minutes, but it will last roughly the same amount of time. For what it's worth, I can always stop. But this area, we can keep it quiet at least. You guys continue to work out the plan. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Good. Additionally, it's not like we can just clear this area. It's filled with corpses.
Well, I just meant take the prisoners we have alive and move them further back so that they don't see us.
My only belief is that we shouldn't cause any alarm inside the storehouse. We would like to have List on his own, room. As I've told you, there is an entrance on the storehouse, and information that we have, we could take it to get to the stairs pretty quickly.
Oh, I don't think I was there for that.
Yeah, she
I
wasn't.
just said that I came in and gave you the information.
Yeah, but I wasn't there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was off on her own.
Then I'll put you up to speed.
Okay.
I think that we do need to deal with these guys that are coming, regardless.
Yeah. I turn to one of the prisoners and I ask, is this some kind of, like, elite task force? Why are they sending these guys out?
None of them respond to you.
At this...
We lost
disconnected.
Soup?
I
Soup.
think his internet was being fucky.
Oh. I just say, as I'm walking up, I put it in chat, I don't know if you saw, Frank, that I took my boot off and, like, made a foot imprint on my chest with the sole of the shoe. And basically,
Okay, so, like, just, like, putting the mud on your chest, okay?
Yeah.
Make it look like it was kick.
Yeah. And, as I'm walking up, I'm cleaning off a dagger. It's perfectly clean, but I'm making it look like I'm cleaning it because I slit that other guy's throat.
Yep.
That only Kira knows about. And I just say as I'm walking up, I guess I was already there, but basically, I just walk up and say, your friend that tried to resist and was not very helpful, and unfortunately I had to end his life. Any of you want to join him? He kicked me in the chest and tried to run, and to our agreement, his life had to end.
None of them say a word.
Shit.
So at this
He
point, you
thinks
guys
quietly
think,
to himself.
At this point, you guys think that group that Kira saw is probably 10 minutes away.
Frank, so can I communicate with the party while ritual casting or not?
I think you can do minor, like you can't do any tasks, but I think you can just do basic communication, right?
Like I can talk to you guys.
Does the
That's what I'm
spell
wondering.
have? Do you have to speak to cast the spell?
Let me look. It's verbal and somatic components.
So if it's verbal, I would say no. You're like chanting, and if you stop chanting, then you will, basically stop the ritual.
I have a question. Can I be chanting? You put the lime in the coconut. In the...
Sure. If that's what you want the spell to be, but then you have to do that every time you use that spell.
God.
Every time you use silence, you're chanting, put the lime in the coconut.
Well, that's only if I ritual cast it, right?
Well, you have to say it once in order to cast it,
forever.
or you have to keep saying it for 10 minutes in order to do it as a ritual.
Funny that you didn't choose a song that has to do with being quiet or silence or anything like that. Like, nah, fuck it. We're getting the island ritual. Let's get fucking tipsy.
Lime
song.
Coconut. Whatever. All right. So then, Carrick is going to be quiet for the next until you tell me that the spell is completed.
Yeah. So probably until they're halfway here from where they are now.
Okie dokie.
So, plan. What are we gonna do? Do we still use these as bait and then we jump them from the bushes?
I don't like using them as bait because then that gives them the chance to be used against us.
In what way?
If they untie them and give them their weapons back.
I mean, their weapons are with me at the moment.
It just, in my opinion, it leaves more of a possibility of things going wrong.
Well, do you want to move these guys up the hill then? It's not easy to go there. We can still hide and strike them from below.
I guess we probably have time to drag them. Maybe? I'm cool with dragging them in and then, like, while they're looking at the dead bodies, striking in, like, a surprise.
Seems good to me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm trying to drag them away.
You're dragging all of these people that are alive here?
Yeah, probably up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Make
Or should
I'm still here.
every person that is trying to drag a person make a strength check.
Here, I want to say to the group real quick. I actually specifically Kira. I said, Kira, would it look better for us if we're trying to strike from the top of the hill to drag them away from the hill first? Because I'm assuming Kira's the super tracker. Oh wait, I gotta use
What are you asking?
So if they come to investigate the body and figure out what happened, if they see that there's a bunch of drag marks going up the hill, they're gonna look up the hill, right? Where are we planning on striking from? If we're striking from the top of the hill, then they're gonna look right at us. Should we drag them like this way?
Like around the side
and
of the
then
hill? I guess that
That's
could
what
work.
I'm thinking.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the dumpster baby dice. Damn it!
13.
3. It's
I
my
got a
first
10.
bad roll with it.
Repa, are you dragging one of them too?
Yeah.
Make a strength check, please.
Alright, I fail
I
miserably.
already did. Got a 5, and that's 5 plus 5.
Okay. So what ends up happening is Gil, the other two, so Kira and Flint each grab two and start dragging them off. Gil, you go to drag them, but you're lagging behind. Carrick, what are you doing? You're just standing there still casting this spell in the area where nobody is anymore?
Can I ask you for help?
Yeah, I guess. I feel like tactically that might still come in handy, so yeah.
Alright. So they start dragging these people off. Gil, you're not able to move any. Carrick, you see Gil struggling. There's two still behind you that haven't been grabbed, or there's one still behind you that hasn't been grabbed. Gil's trying to drag two. Are you helping him, or are you grabbing the other one? What are you doing?
Who are you talking to?
You.
I'm still casting the spell.
You're about to be done. So like, I'm asking you what you're gonna do next because it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay.
Can we ask Yunta for help? He's big.
Yeah. So Yes. So Yunta sees what you guys are doing. Him and Bombera grab the last one and drag them in.
Soup's server muted?
Why is he server? No, he's not. No, he's not. He just muted himself.
Did you mute yourself
Fucking
on your
dumbass.
phone and then get back on your computer?
God damn it, I did.
Hey guys, I'm muted on the server.
Fuck you.
That's why I was like said it in such a like he's server muted.
No.
Because he was like,
Don't worry, I
button
got
just
you,
wasn't
Soup.
there.
You disconnect from my
I
game.
got
Fuck
you.
you. ABOT's
Oh,
shutting
yeah,
down,
sorry,
whether you
back.
like it or not.
Okay. So you guys successfully drag all of these bodies. Bombera and Yunta help you. Or I guess they're not bodies, these are alive people. Carrick, they start, as you start to drag them, they start to realize what's going on, and they start to scream, and right as they do, Carrick finishes his spell, and then just utter silence in the area. Like, eerily. And so you drag them off, but as you drag them outside the zone, the muffled sounds again start to come back to life, and so you guys are kind of just off the board here.
It might be a better idea to keep them in the zone, and perhaps we can use an illusion to cover them up, like with some bushes or something.
So
I can only cover one of them up. My illusions aren't that big.
Shit.
From
Yeah,
my
so can you
experience
rip
with my
up some
mother,
bushes?
I'd need like a 3rd level spell to do something of those.
Gil,
What? A 3rd level? What is it? What are you talking about?
With the experience that I have with arcane magic to do an illusion that big, I'd need a 3rd level spell.
Oh, what is a what?
was the one that
That's literally the official notation for spells in canon, at least in most universes.
Is
I
it?
don't know what you're
Oh, okay.
Have you watched a fantasy themed anime? They'll specifically talk about fucking spell slots. It's so cringy.
No, I've only watched Critical Role, and they
Oh
kind of like make it a little more ambiguous.
yeah, no,
Frank, are they actually right here?
they're
it's
about
a
to
big
be.
fucking dragonborn.
They're big boys.
Are they actually right there?
They're about to be. Just give me a second.
Okay, I tell everybody to shut up. Because I can see them.
Is the one that I'm carrying one of them that was trying to yell?
They're all just start yelling. As you start to drag them away, they all realize that you're trying to hide them. They all start to yell.
I pulled
I
mine
just-
back into the circle.
They're all
Can I
yelling.
just start fucking like putting shit in their mouths?
I mean, you could. Nothing's stopping.
Like, yeah, I would like to do that.
So you're just gonna start pulling like dirt clumps and shoving dirt in their mouths?
No, like, I don't know, I'm gonna like rip off a part of their clothes and just put it in their mouth and
Okay.
gag them.
So you
I
okay?
do that too.
So you guys all start gagging them.
Gil just
I would-
slits the guy's throat.
I would,
Ew!
What? Look.
Kill! You just killed somebody! So you just take a knife and just slit the guy's throat. He just starts bleeding out. The rest of them start to scream even louder, and the rest of you are doing what?
Yeah,
I run over to the, Jesus Christ, I
knock out my guy. Just with a straight punch to the face.
Okay.
I think
knock out mine too. Hand axe.
Okay.
Shit. Come back to me.
What?
I don't know what Carrick does.
Could I have done like a sleight of hands check to slit his throat?
No, you just slit his throat. He's restrained. He can't respond. You grabbed his head. You slit his throat. He's dead.
While they're doing that,
Well,
Abot
I was-
is actually moving out and starting to approach this group.
Abot, what are you doing? Come
Okay.
back!
So Ava, you turn
No, I
around.
decided to
wait.
sneak attack. Oh
You
my
turn
God.
around, and as you enter the zone, just again, complete silence. You hear
I want to
nothing.
leave my guy's head in the zone and run over to the guy that Gil just slit the throat and see if I can pump a cure wounds into him.
Why are
Heal
you
me.
wait?
Heal me! I have HP.
Sarah's been asking for like an hour to get
You guys
healed.
are metagaming way too much. You need to knock it off. So, Carrick, you're running over and you're trying to heal this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. If he's already dead by the time I get to him, then I don't bother, but
I mean, he's bleeding out. What are you doing?
then yeah, if I feel like I can actually make an impact, then I'll burn the
Yeah,
spell.
you can stop somebody from dying.
Yes, then I do that.
Okay, so you go run over. Gil has just slit this guy's throat. You run over to him. You put your hands on him. You cast Cure Wounds. Roll for healing.
I need to double check and see what the... What is it? Was it 1d8 plus my modifier?
Is it healing word?
No, it's cure wounds.
Oh, cure wounds. I don't know then.
It's better. It's 1d8 plus my modifier, yeah. So give me a sec. So that's a 2 plus, like, I don't know, a few.
I know, you need to
like
tell
5. I think it's a 2 plus 5.
me. Is it?
I'll double check. It's a 2 plus 5.
Okay.
So 7.
So Gil just slit this guy's throat. You run over, you grab him, you pump your spell into him, and you see his neck. You just like start to seal back up. He starts gasping for air, choking, spitting up blood. Do you say anything? You do anything?
I grab Gil by the scruff and I say, "We're gonna have words later." And then I go back to my guy and I continue, or I see who else needs to be gagged and I continue to gag them.
I turn to Carrick and I mouth, "You're here."
So
Give
Ava,
Push.
Is this their actual possession? Yes.
they're about to be there. So you're not there. You're walking in that direction right now. So
just tell me where I am because I don't know how far I can get.
So
He's trying to leave the zone of silence.
you walked over here. So okay, if I put these on here and I think it confused all of you, so I will take them away. So you guys pulled them all out of the zone of silence. And then, Abot, you turn around and started walking back towards the group that's coming toward you. Am I understanding correctly? Okay.
Yes.
So as you walk back in that direction, you see about 100 feet off. This group is still walking. You're standing out in the moonlight. It's apparent that they can see you. You walk through, and again, you hear that deafening silence. You have to continue walking forward in order to get outside of it. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. And he's not walking directly towards them. He's like walking at an angle.
Okay.
So it's just in
around
a
here.
very, very straight line.
So were they not like right here?
They were walking to that point. I thought you guys were gonna. I didn't know that Abot was gonna walk out. But
the only reason I slit that guy's throat is because I thought he was like right there, and I didn't have. Never mind. It's fine.
Yeah, so I want us to take a 5-minute break. Is that cool?
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.